How to sew a clean sleeve seam. First, attach the sleeve. No matter what type of sleeve you're sewing, the sleeve cap should be slightly eased to create a curve. Here, just stitch along smoothly through both the top and bottom layers. Sew the seam allowance slightly smaller. This way, once the sleeve is attached, the sleeve cap will have a more three-dimensional shape. Then fold the bias binding in half. Stitch it directly onto the sleeve. Use a 3 cm wide bias binding and align it neatly along the pressed edge. Stitch along the natural curve of the sleeve. Because the binding is cut on the bias, do not pull or stretch it. Stretching will cause distortion. When making garments, many finishing techniques can use this method for binding seams. Trim the seam allowance to about 0.4 cm, then open it flat. Turn the bias binding toward the raw edge and stitch it down. Top stitch 0.1 cm along the binding, and be sure to follow the curve while stitching. Do not hide or tuck the seam allowance. Otherwise, the stitching underneath will become uneven in width. Whether it's a slit sleeve or a round sleeve, this method works well for finishing the seam. If you don't have a bias binder at home, this method is very practical for finishing edges. It looks neat on both the front and back. Have you got the hang of it? Follow for more sewing tips tutorial.